Good morning. It is day one of the ReadEHThon. It is 7:30. I'm on my way to work. I'm meeting at 8. It's the first day back at work, so I know it's going to be a hectic day, and I'm going to have a lot of catching up to do. This week is going to be intense, but I did want to participate because I am looking forward to reading so many Canadian authors. I haven't paid much attention to it, so I don't know exactly if I am reading a lot of them, but I definitely want to prioritize more, just in general, but that's the case with a lot of countries. So yeah, but I decided to take part in this readathon because of that, and then realized I had quite a lot of books on my TBR that I wanted to read anyway. So yeah, I'm on my way to work, as I said, and I am going to be starting out with listening to an audio of, what's it called? Birdie by Tracy Lindbergh. That's the one I'm going to be starting out with. I've forgotten, I think it's around 9 hours. So it's okay, it's fine. It's an average length audiobook, and I'll get started with it now. I have the sun right in my face, so the quality of this first clip is not going to be great, but yeah, I'm going to have to go to work now because I'm not late, but I definitely have to get going. I don't know what the traffic is like. It might still be kind of vacation like, but yeah, you never know. And yeah, so I'm gonna go to work now, and I will talk to you later. I'm cat sitting this week, so I have packed a bag of clothes and stuff, books, everything that I would need to go stay at my parents' house for the next 4 days, because they are going to, oh well, until Thursday, so 3 nights, because they are going to go away on a short trip to one of the islands here in Denmark for 4 days, like a hotel stay. So they asked if any of us could take care of the cat, and obviously I said sure, I could do that. I don't have anything else to do except work, so I'll just stay at their place. So when I go back after work today, I'll go directly to their place. So I've packed so many things, and I had to carry so many things down here. So yeah, but this was my update for now. I'll talk to you later with a reading update, and let you know what book I'm actually starting out on, like physical book, when I get back to my parents. So see you later. Bye. Hello. Focus, please. Hello. It is now 5:30. I almost just came home from work and doing some grocery shopping and stuff like that. I'm going to be sitting down and read a little bit. I have brought all the books, physical books, except the manga. I figure I'm going to spend my time reading the physical books at first, at least, and I will squeeze in the manga if I am in a rush to finish something by the end, because it's a quick read. But I am going to be starting out with Mexican Gothic because I've just been dying to read this. I don't even know exactly what it's about, but I believe it's a haunted house kind of thing. It's not extremely long. I think it's only 200 and no, just 300 pages, 301. And if you are unaware, my reason for wanting to read this immediately is because my favorite book of the year so far has been Gothic Jade and Shadow by Moreno Garcia, and I just really enjoyed her writing style. So I'm really looking forward to this. I've seen Moreno Garcia talking about the book on Twitter, where she is saying that, sorry, I'm just sitting outside because it's nice. She's saying that it's not a romance, it's classic horror or classic Gothic vibes, and it's Mexican. So I'm really looking forward to reading it, and I'm going to let you know what I'm thinking about it. And right now I'm going to be sitting outside to read for like half an hour, then I'll cook dinner, and then we'll see what I will be reading later. But I just want to enjoy the last remnants of the sun before it sets. Oh wait, it's not setting until 9:30, but it isn't in the garden as long yet, so I'm just going to be enjoying it, at least for the time being. And yeah, the cat is ran out when I came home. She was not interested in talking to me at all. She is currently inspecting the garden, I guess. I saw her taking her rounds. She's been by saying hi a couple of times, but she doesn't want me to pet her or anything. She is afraid that if I catch her, I'll bring her inside or something. But she is used to being outdoors. It's a pretty quiet neighborhood, but she mostly sticks to the gardens around here, so she's relatively safe, and there's not a lot of traffic in here on the roads out here as well. It's the main roads, if you can hear something, but there are like forests and stuff in between, and she never goes there, so yeah. But this was my update for now. I will talk to you later. Bye. Good evening. It is 10:35 or something like that. I am in bed. I'm really tired. I have a bit of a headache, and so I haven't read very much tonight. I am on page, I have it here. I read the first 42 pages in Mexican Gothic, and I am enjoying it. It's just I can't really concentrate on reading. It follows this woman who is called Noemi, I think. She's of a pretty wealthy family, and is an important name in the world, and she is asked by her father to go visit her cousin, who has been married to this Englishman in this big mansion, and that her cousin sent her a letter that something was wrong with her, and they were poisoning her, so she had to come and help her and figure out what's going on so that she could leave it, or that she could stop this or whatever. So they don't really know if she's delirious because she's having a fever, or if there's any truth to it, but they decide that Noemi has to go there, and so that is basically what's happened. She's arrived at this mansion, and everything seems a little bit sad and so far, so yeah, but there's not a lot of things that happened yet, so I will let you know later. I did forget earlier to talk about the audios that I've been listening to today. I listened to Birdie, which I am an hour and 42 minutes into now. So I listened to about an hour at work today, besides my drive-in. And tomorrow I guess I'll get to at least an hour, and we'll see what else I manage. I have an hour drive tomorrow. So at least that's that. The audio is 8 hours long, so I have 2 hours and 25 minutes left. In my speed, so that's fine. I've started another audio as well, because the thing that I do is that I always have an audio in my car, work stuff, and I have an audio going at home when I do stuff. So I listened to this when I was cooking dinner, and that is Haunted by the Sky by Tanaz Bettina. I decided that would be a good fit. It's, I think, the longest of the audio, so I hope it's okay. We'll see how things goes when we get further into the week. But I'm enjoying it, and so far I don't know a lot about it. We've been introduced to our main character called Gull, who she has sort of a specific mark on her arm that essentially caused her parents' death. Like they were murdered because of that mark, and so there's a lot of people who blame her, obviously, and I don't really know much else so far, but it's interesting, and I'm looking forward to hearing more of it. And yeah, this is my final update for the day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Update on the cat. She is actually sleeping. Oh well, grooming herself in the corner. she took a little bit of time figuring out where to sleep for the night. I think she's really confused about the fact that I'm here instead of my parents. So yeah, but this is my update for now. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Hello friends, it is Wednesday. I forgot to check in with you yesterday. It was quite a hectic day, and when I came home I didn't really read very much. I did listen to a lot of audio yesterday, and today I managed to finish my first book, which was Birdie by Tracy Lindbergh. This was definitely a very powerful read. I don't think it's been a while since I've read something that was so heartbreaking and painful to read. But it was definitely very interesting, and I enjoyed the perspective that we were given. So I really enjoyed it and definitely recommend it. I don't know exactly my rating for it. I don't think it's a 5 stars. There's something in the structure of the writing that didn't flow as well for me as I wanted it to. So, but I do think it's a 4 stars. So I definitely enjoyed it in that. I don't know if it was extremely hard hitting, because like our main character definitely had a lot of humor, even though things were a bit morbid at times. She had an interesting way of expressing herself in when like the things that were happening. So yeah, I definitely appreciated this book, and I'm happy I read it. I have also started on Moon of the Crusted Snow, or On the Crusted Snow, by oh man, the audio narrator said it, Wobgeshig Rice. I think that was the name, and I can't tell you about anything about what it's about. I'm a little confused, if I'm honest. It's a post-apocalyptic thing that's set in dystopian world, I guess, where things are definitely different. The narrator is a little interesting in the audio, but I think it's just me getting used to it after listening to the other one. He definitely has a bit of an interesting accent, which I just have to get used to a little bit, I think. I am also about 2 hours into Haunted by the Sky by Tanas Bettina. This is a fantasy. Now we're following 2 perspectives. In the beginning, I think we were only listening to 1 perspective, but we're following 2. I've forgotten the names, but the girl is sort of this girl. She has sort of magical powers, but she doesn't really know how to use them. And there's some people, she only know how to defend, but she doesn't know how to attack with the power, because she doesn't realize if she's really powerful or something like that. And then there's some people claiming that she will be the one to change everything, like she'll be the savior of this world or something like that. And then we see the perspective of this boy who has lost his mother, and I think both of them have lost their mother. Yeah, and so he sort of has to take care of his father, who also has some physical problems, but he's also like a spy for the king, or I've forgotten if he's a king or something like that, and has to tell secrets about other things around him. So yeah, but I'm enjoying that one. I definitely am enjoying it. It's really fun, interesting read, and yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. Although young adult fantasy is not my favorite, I definitely still really enjoy it. I don't think it's one of those very cliche ones. I hope that it's not. So I hope that it stays on the path that it's on right now, and I think I will end up enjoying it quite a lot. Now to the physical reading aspect, I have only been reading from Mexican Gothic, and I am only about to start chapter 8, page 82. That's all I've been reading the last couple of days, but I do feel like I will read more this evening, especially because one of the reasons why I haven't been reading a lot in the evening is both because I've been tired from work. It's been really hectic. I've been home really late every day this week, but also I have been binge watching a TV show that I just discovered, a Danish TV show that's called The Nurse School, I think, and it's set in, I think it's set in the 50s, and they've just started allowing men to become nurses, and it's like a project thing. So they have like 3 male nurses there, and then a lot of new female nurses who are starting at this nursing school program thing. And to me it's really, I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did, but I started watching it on Sunday, and I've sort of been obsessed with having to finishing it, and I only have 1 episode left. So I think because of that I will definitely find some more time to read today. At least that's what I'm hoping. So yeah, that is what I've been doing the last 3 days or 2.5 days up until now. I'm still babysitting a cat, so that's also definitely changed how I do things a little bit, because she has some needs, and she's been waking me up at like 3 in the morning wanting to get out. So that's been fun. I think she woke me up at 4 last night, but yeah, it's fine. She is used to being let out at that time, and then she comes in when we get up, so a little later at least. And I've just been letting her in when I wake up at 5:30. So I will let her in then and give her some food and stuff. Right now she's outside again. She's been in once since I came home, just to say like hi and eat something, and then go back out. That's like her norm right now. She's not really into just sitting down until much later in the evening, when she'll settle down for the evening. And the later she settles down, the longer I'm able to sleep in the night before she wakes me up. So for me it doesn't matter. So yeah, but this moment I almost thought that she wouldn't get in before I had to go, because she is let out a couple of times during the morning as well, just because she wants to talk to you, but she also wants to have some food, and she also wants to go out. Also, I want to make sure she's out as much as possible, because I know she's going to be on her own for 8 hours or something like that, 9 hours, which has been these past couple of days. And so yeah, that's how I've been doing it. And today she just managed to get in like 5 minutes before I have to drive, so that was perfect timing for. And yeah, so that was great. And yeah, today wasn't as late as the other days, but Monday I worked an extra 45 minutes, I think. Yesterday I worked an extra hour and a half. And today I worked an extra half an hour, so I'm already like 2.5 hours ahead of time. So, or more, 2.5 hours I think, yeah, and 2 hours and 45 minutes overtime in a week. And I know that'll be probably another hour tomorrow. So it's been a pretty crazy week, and on Friday I'm hoping to go early, so that at least I can do that. I am hoping that I can go at 2 or something like that. That's an hour and a half before my norm I would be on a Friday. Also because the weather is supposed to be really nice this weekend. Obviously all of the great summer weather comes after we've had vacation. That's like typical. So tomorrow it's starting, and then Friday is going to be like almost 30, and Saturday and Sunday as well. So I'm definitely going to be spending a lot of time here, because I don't have a garden at my house, and I want to be out when the weather is nice. So I'm not going to sleep here, but I'm going to be here enjoying the sun and stuff like that. Whatever is going to be happening. But I will try and see how much I will be reading of this and probably something else so that I can finish a little bit more. I'm definitely going to be finishing Moon of the Crusted Snow. I know that I'll probably, maybe, possibly already finish it tomorrow. It's only 6 hours, and so I've like 2.5 hours left. The other day at my work, I listened to the same amount, I think, and then on Friday I am working for a customer where I have a lot of typing. I have 3 binders full of invoices, bank statements, all of these things to get through, and bookkeep. So and I know usually this is a customer I have like 12 hours ish when I get his stuff in, but the best way to manage it is if you have a lot of times set off to that, and that's definitely one I can just listen to. My food is done, so I will talk to you later. Bye. Hello friends, it's Thursday evening. You can tell probably, but I'm back in my own apartment. I'm so tired. Yes, today I came home again, like, I think I was home at 5:30. So another long day. Left at 7, so that's been my day. And tomorrow I'm hoping that I can go at 2 p.m. I think I said that because I'm already 4.5 hours overtime this week, and if I go at 2, I'll still only go an hour and a half before usually, so that means I have 3 hours overtime this week. So it's a lot, it's quite intense, and I am so tired. It's only like 10:30 and I'm beat. I will go to bed now and I will almost fall asleep immediately. I don't think a lot of reading will be in the cards. I haven't read a single page of this today. I ended up on page 96 or 97 yesterday. I am really enjoying it actually. It's a quite slow moving Gothic mystery horror thing where things are happening, you don't know what it is, and she has some very vivid, weird dreams and stuff, or nightmares if you will, and the people around the house are generally a little bit strange, and they have some strange rules. You're not allowed to leave, you're not allowed to take the car into town, you have to be driven, and yeah, it's really cold and dingy, and sort of because the house is so old and it's not been renovated properly, and it's very interesting. It's just not the fastest paced book, which is fine, and I hope that I'll read a lot of it tomorrow. We'll see how things goes. At this point, I don't know where I'm ending. I did finish another book today because I finished Moon of the Crusted Snow by Rice, and I ended up enjoying it quite a bit. I think it was interesting. It definitely, again, I think it talked really well about the indigenous people in Canada in general, the life and the things that they have to go through, and how it was a sort of post-apocalyptic thing, and then there was a kind of, I don't know, a thriller. It was a little bit thrillery, but I don't think I was super spooked. But I also have found that thrillers doesn't really work very well for me in audio form because I kind of need to read the pages. I just didn't realize this was a thriller when I started it. I don't know why I didn't know that, but what does work really well is contemporary, and today I was supposed to start on Saints and Misfits when I drove home from work, but it turns out that it was just an ebook, so that didn't really work, and instead I chose to listen to her other book, Love from A to Z instead, and it's just a straight up contemporary so far, and we are following two perspectives between a guy and a girl. I've forgotten the names, but it's pretty decent and cute. I do enjoy the narration style. It's sort of dual narrating, so there's a guy narrating the male perspective and a woman narrating the female perspective, which is happens very often with contemporary romances. So yeah, and it's following some Muslim people. So that's all I've been reading today, but I mean, it was a lot because I finished this book, and I listened to, I would say I listened to almost 3 hours, more than 3 hours worth of audio time today, which is definitely a lot, and I might actually listen to the same amount tomorrow. We'll see when I end up leaving from work. I'm going to attempt finishing Love from A to Z tomorrow and see how far I can get into Haunted by the Sky, because I would like to finish all the audios that I've been working on and then finish Mexican Gothic, and then we'll see when I finish this whether I can try and finish another book, or if I'm just gonna pick up the manga. We'll see. I'm hoping so much that I can get to another full book, but it all depends on how much reading I'll get in. Tomorrow I might be extremely exhausted after work, because that's Fridays. I'm always really tired because like the week catches up to you, and yeah. But I'm on my way to bed. It's supposed to be like, we're going to get a heat wave here from starting today until like we don't see an end of it currently. So today it was like 28 degrees here, and I think it's supposed to be 30 tomorrow, 30 Saturday. Then it's going to be in my part of the country back to like 25 and partly cloudy, and then it's going to go back to the higher 20s, maybe 30 again in the next week. So it's going to be really, really hot, and we'll see how things goes. But I'm hoping that on Saturday we can go to the beach, so we'll see how that is going to turn out. But yeah, this was my update for today. I'll talk to you with an update tomorrow and let you know what I've been doing. Bye. Hello friends, it is Saturday. I forgot to check in yesterday with an update, but I wanted to say that yesterday I finished Love from A to Z by S.K. and I genuinely really enjoyed it, like the whole way through. And I think I'm giving it 5 stars because it's like the best contemporary I've read in a long time. I don't remember when I last read a contemporary that I was so into. Our main characters move to Qatar and meet each other on the plane, kind of thing. So our main character, the male, is diagnosed with MS, and the other one is trying to fight for injustices, speaking up for like sort of an activist type of person. And we learn a lot of things about Islamophobia and things like that. But I really enjoyed the friendship, like the relationship, and how it built up really slowly between them, like how they just gradually came to know each other, sort of like that, and how they also just had their individual life going on, and we sort of saw that, and it was really interesting. So I definitely enjoyed it, and I'm definitely going to be reading all like Saints and Misfits as well, and other books by S.K. in the future, because I think the writing was really excellent, and just the topics that you covered were done really well, and I'm really excited about it. So I finished that, and I also made progress in Haunted by the Sky, I'm not sure how far I'm into it. It's like really so hot today, and I'm going to the beach today. I haven't read a single page in Mexican Gothic since yesterday, or since last I spoke to you, because I went to my sister's yesterday after work and I didn't bring my camera, and that's actually why I forgot to update, because I didn't have anything to update with. And I didn't bring a book because I didn't have a book with me, because I hadn't decided on going to my sister's when I left for work that morning. So I was there and I came home at like 10:30, so I could have done an update then, but I was really tired and not really in the mood to do anything, and I didn't read anything this morning, which is definitely unusual, but I was so hot that I had to get out of bed. I'm bringing this with me today. I'm going to my parents' for lunch. We're going to meet up there, and my brother's coming, and my sister and me and my parents. We're going to the beach. We're going to go to a beach that we think doesn't have a total amount of super many people, but it's still a really good beach. So we're going to go there and see how things goes, because of the weather. It's weird because there's like thick clouds outside, so I don't know what's up with that. I definitely hope they move so that we can enjoy the beach completely, but we'll see how things goes. I'm going to get into some proper clothes now, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey friends, it is Sunday. I forgot to check in yesterday with a reading update during the day and vlogging in general. And I hardly read anything yesterday. I'm trying to do something today, but right now I'm on my way out for a stroll. It's 1 p.m. I'm gonna go for a walk. I have my headphones, so I'll listen to Haunted by the Sky. I just had to think about the name of it. Then I'm gonna go get an iced coffee, probably sit and drink, eat it, and get something to eat with it in the cafe, just reading a little bit there, and then I'm gonna go home and watch some Formula 1 while I read. So I hope that I will make some progress on Mexican Gothic. It's still quiet, it's very slow moving, but I am enjoying it. Let's just do this. I am enjoying it. I feel like with every couple of pages some new things happen that is really weird and strange, and we don't really know why it happens. She's sort of slowly getting to know the people of this house, Francis and Virgil. And it's interesting, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this will end up. But right now I'm gonna go for a walk, and I'll be listening to Haunted by the Sky and see how far I get, and then I'll be reading a little bit and we'll see how things go. The weather these days are just really nice, so I'm just gonna go out and enjoy it while it lasts. So see you later. Hello friends, it's Sunday evening, and I wanted to check in with an update of what I've been reading today. I have listened to a bit of Haunted by the Sky, but not really a lot. I am about halfway into... oh, come on. For some reason, the Storytel app has become extremely slow. Thank you. To load. But I'm approximately halfway into Haunted by the Sky, so I know I'm not going to finish it, so I haven't really been bothering too much by trying to finish it today. I have 3.5 hours left, so, but it's fine. And also I don't think I'm enjoying it as much as I was hoping to. It started out really well, but for some reason it's not holding my attention, and yeah, so I don't know how this is all gonna end up, but for so far I'm not really into it. I have been making a bit of progress on Mexican Gothic. I am over halfway now. I am actually on page 199, so I have about 100 pages left. I might be able to finish it. I'm going to attempt at least reading for the next hour and see how far I get. It's almost 9, so I also have work tomorrow, so I'm not gonna stretch it too long. It depends on how far I get within the next hour and how much I have left to read. Because if I get halfway through this in the next hour, then I will try and force myself to read the remaining 50 pages. And then be done at 11. That would be fine. But if I'm only like 40 pages, or if I'm only like 35 for some reason, 35 pages in, then I will skip the rest of it to tomorrow. It's really hot in here, so my concentration hasn't been the best, which I think is a reason why it's not going as fast. It's definitely becoming more and more intriguing, and I'm really wondering what is going on. I hope that I will manage to finish this, because that will be good. I'm not proud of my reading this week, but I knew I was going to have a really busy week getting back to work, and I am happy with the amount of audio. I just haven't had much energy and been in a mental state to actually sit down and read very much in the evenings. So I never force myself to read something if I don't feel like it. So I've talked about this before, but I'm happy with how many audiobooks I got through, even though I also wanted to have gone through this one that I'm working on now, but it's fine. Also because I'm not sad I sacrificed finishing Haunted by the Sky, which I start on the first day, for Love from A to Z, because Love from A to Z is probably one of my favorite. It's become one of my favorite books. It was really good, and it's definitely one of my favorite books of the year because it's a 5-star. So obviously, it deserves the merit, and yeah, I'm really happy I did read it. So I'm going to try and see if I can finish this for the ReadEHThon as well, and see how that goes. Yeah. So this is my update. See you later. Hello friends, it is now 11 and I finished the book. I actually waited 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because my battery ran out, so I couldn't do an update, and so I had to wait around for it to charge a little bit so that I could do a final update. But I did finish Mexican Gothic, and it was really an intense ending to this, all of this, and it's definitely, yeah, it was creepy, and I had a few instances where I felt like barfing. It was like that bad. some things that happened. It was just yucks. Was I scared? I don't think I was scared, but I was definitely uncomfortable while reading some of it, and I think she did that really, really well. She like really described the setting and what was happening very, very well. I've really come to enjoy Silvia Moreno Garcia's writing. I think it's really excellent, and I definitely really enjoyed our main character, Noemi. I still haven't found out actually exactly how to pronounce that name, actually. No, not gonna lie. But I really enjoyed her, and so it was great seeing things from this perspective. It was set in, I think it's set in the 50s or something. I definitely know it's set pretty far back. I forgot if they mentioned a year specifically, but they did. But it is mentioned that it's set in the past. And one of the things that I kept thinking is, oh, how fortunate it would have been if she was like, if this was set in the present time, if there's able to use like technology like we have today, like phones, to like get messages out to people, because like they couldn't leave, and it was really, really creepy and isolated in that way. So that was definitely good. So yeah, anyway, I definitely really enjoyed it. I don't think I loved it as much as Gods of Jade and Shadow, but I definitely enjoyed it a lot, and I can't really decide if it's a 5 stars. I need to sit on that a little bit, but I definitely enjoyed it, and I definitely recommend it. I think if you liked Gods of Jade and Shadow, I think you'd like this one. It's not at all the same genre, and you have to be aware that it is slow moving. It's not very fast paced, so the things that are happening are revealed really slowly, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Anyway, I'll keep it short because my battery is flashing at me again because I didn't charge it very long. So this will be my final update. I would like to thank the host for doing an amazing readathon. I have read a couple of really, really great books. I've read some mediocre books, but I've really been enjoying reading it and reading the books that I've been reading, the majority of them. And it was a good week with 4 finishes. That's pretty good for a readathon, I'd say. And especially considering how busy I've been, I would have loved to have finished another physical book, but it wasn't going to be like that this week, and so the other ones will have to be for later, and we'll see when I can finally get to them. But this was my update, final update, and yeah, if you stayed this far, definitely thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if you've been participating, in the readathon, and if you've read any great books, if you have any good recommendations from me by Canadian authors. I'd really love to know that. Yeah, so this is all I had for you. See you in another video very, very soon. Bye!